Yes. With audio. Everything as it is. Right. Now let us explore a few measures and tags. Before that, morning or today, yesterday, we have created some measures. For example, there are some measures available here. You can see this total revenue, this target revenue, this profit margin, this max of gauge. Wherever you can see that calculator image, that's called as measures. Can I arrange all the measures in a separate table? I don't want to disturb it. Today morning also I have created a measure that is for total revenue after discount. Now after this we are going to create some few measures and DAX. Some of the few measures and DAX we'll try to create. So what I want to do is I want to keep all the measures in a separate table without disturbing my source data. There are so many tables available. I don't want to disturb my source data. I want to hold all my measures in a separate table. First we have to create a separate table. I don't want to disturb my source. I want to create a separate table. In a separate table I want to put all my measures here so that it doesn't make a very big difference. For my convenience I'm going to bring all the measures in a separate table. So how do we do? How do we create a new table? How do we enter a data in Power BI? Go to the home tab. Under home tab, there is an option called as enter data. So go to home tab. On the home tab, there is an option called as enter data. So go to home tab, click on enter data. I'm going to create a dummy table now. So we are going to create a dummy table. We can add a column. We can add the data also. We'll see how to add the data. And what is a column name? I don't want any column here, but by default you should have at least one column. Otherwise, you cannot create a table, right? So there is a dummy column called as column 1. We can delete that column also later. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a name for this table. So this is my measure table. So we are going to keep all my measures in this table. So I'm just giving a name called as measure table. This is a table which we are creating now with an empty table. Nothing there in this table. No columns, no rows, no cells. Just a column 1. You cannot delete that column 1. At least one column should be available. So I have created a measure table. Load. After creating a measure table, load. If you want to edit, you can add some columns and rows. You can do that. Probably we are going to see this in RLS also. How to add a column, how to add some cells. We are going to do that. Now let me load this. Yes. You can notice on the right hand side there a table would have been created in the name called as measure table. There will be a table called as measure table. You can see there is a table available in the name of measure table. So you can place all your measures into this table. So you can see there is a measure table available. You can bring all your measures into this table. This is your wish. This is for our convenience. It's not mandatory. So for example, let me go to the invoice trans table. I have 3 measures here. A profit margin, target revenue, total revenue. I want to bring it to this measure table. Select it. After this, you can create all your measures in this table itself. Select the table, select the measure tools, move it to measure table. So the total revenue will be moved to the measure table. Like this, I can select the target revenue and I move to the measure table here. So like this, you can move all your measures and keep it in a particular table. Will it make any difference on the calculation? No. Will it increase your speed, decrease your speed? Nothing. As I told, just for our convenience, we are doing this. So I have added 3 measures here and I can delete this column 1. Column 1 just for a reference. To create a table, we used this column 1. Now the column 1 is not required. You can click on the 3 dot and you can delete it. So just I can click on the delete from model. That column 1 I am deleting it. Okay.
This level we have to go
for what?
for selecting this
Measure. There is a measure available here in this table. I select that measure. On the top you can see the measure tools. We did it yesterday also. On this measure tools, you can see the home table, left hand side. And which table this measure should reside? It should reside on the table called as measure table. I'm moving that measure table here. So all my measures I'm keeping it here.
Measure. If we have a measure which calls out to those measures that
It's updated. It's working fine for me. No problem. Everything is working fine. Because
It shows the original table with which it was made.
that is okay. That doesn't
Doesn't matter.
measure will work wherever it is resided. It's not required. It should be in the particular area. We will see few of the measures and DAX now. Few of the measures and DAX. Let me insert a new page, or you can do it in the existing page itself. This Q&A, I don't want it. This a small AI which we have created before the break. I'm deleting this. Here we are going to use some measures. Let's start with a simple measure, and gradually we will see some advanced measure also. Okay. Now, will you move on? Date-wise measures and other measures we'll see. First, I am going to create a small measure. For example, I want to calculate the total revenue. We are going to calculate total revenue, not for the entire total revenue. I want to compare overall total revenue with the revenue available for the south region or a particular region. One region versus the entire revenue. I want to check with the south region revenue. I want to check with the entire revenue here. So I am going to write a small measure here to find out the revenue only for the south region. Only for the south region. So we are going to create a small measure now. So I place the cursor in the measure table. I place the cursor in the measure table. Whenever you want to do some calculation based on some filtering, what we are going to do here is, I want to calculate the total revenue wherever my region name is south. If my region name is south. So we are going to not just going to sum it up. Sum up means you can just say sum of total revenue. But here I want the sum of total revenue if the region is south, condition based. So we are going to use one more DAX here called as calculate. So the advantage of calculate is you can do some calculation with a filtering. Calculation with the filtering. Okay, let us try a simple one. Let us start with a simple one. So let me go to the home tab again, and I place the cursor on this table where we have the measures. So I'm going to create all the measures in this measure table itself. So that's the reason I'm placing the cursor here. Go to the home tab. Under home tab, let us click on new. There is something called as based on the visual, automatically you can create some measure, which you will see it in another few minutes. So click on new measure. I click on home tab and I'll go to the new measure. And let me give some meaningful name for this measure. I'm giving a name. This measure is for total revenue, or I will say south region total revenue. South region total revenue. Okay. South region total revenue is equal to calculate. Calculate. Click on this calculate. Open bracket. Expression. Expression. Suppose you want to calculate the sum, you want to calculate the average, you can use it. Sum of, average of, count of. I think already this total revenue, we are used to the sum if function. Sum x is already available in total revenue. So no need for writing that sum again. No need for writing the sum again. Straight away you can refer the total revenue here. Straight away you can refer the total revenue. Or else you can use sum of total revenue, average of total revenue, count of total revenue. Because already this revenue is total revenue is built with sum x function. So it's not required. Total revenue, comma. Total revenue, and I say comma. region name. So let me select REGIN, region. So total revenue, region. You can see the region name is appearing here. Select that region name. Region details, region name. Correct. That's prefix with your table name. That's okay. It should prefix with your table name, region name. So I want to filter, I want to calculate the total revenue if the region name is equal to south. But unfortunately, all the text should be in double quotes. It's not only in Power BI, it's all the software in the world. Double quotes. It's case sensitive also. Please be careful on case sensitive. South. Close bracket. So we are calculating the total revenue for region details where the region name is equal to south. Simple. Not required. The automatic filter is equal to if it is region is south. That is inbuilt. It's not required to use if. Now press enter and accept it. Let us check whether it is working fine. Let me add a visual and check. I'm going to add a visual and check. Let me insert some, maybe I will insert a table. I'm going to insert a table, or I can insert a matrix or table or whatever you want. I'm inserting a table. Let us say some other, maybe I'll put a product name, or I'll put a smaller one. Let us take the smaller one, category name. So let us put the category into columns and the total revenue into rows. So this is for all the products, total revenue. This is overall revenue. This is my overall revenue. All the regions put together, what is the total revenue? So this is for braking system, this is the revenue, and electric electronics, this is the revenue, engine and fuel, this is my revenue, overall. But I want to compare it with the south region also. Compared to south region. Overall region, south region, what is my revenue? So drag that south region total revenue. South region total revenue into the column again. Yes. So this is my overall revenue. This is the revenue only for the south region. Only for the south region. So we have created a small DAX here, a small measure here to calculate only the south region. We can do one thing in Ulta, we'll see that. These are all you can try later also. What is the difference between the total revenue and south region revenue? You can add a formula. Total revenue minus the south region revenue. You will get the difference. Or you can get it in percentage. Divide it. If you want, you can try that also. Maybe I'll try that also. I want to know out of overall, what is the percentage of the south region. Overall total revenue. I want to know what is the percentage of my south region revenue. So let us add one more measure. Place the cursor on the measure table and I'll go to the home tab, or you can see on the, when you place the cursor on the measure table, on the top itself there is something called as table tools, where we can see there is a new measure available. Any one of this, any one of this option. So I'll go to new measure and let us create a measure here. I want to calculate the percentage for my south region. So let us say percentage of south region. I want to calculate what is the percentage of south region is equal to, how can I calculate the percentage of south region here? Not required calculate. Now if you are using some filter, I think you can go for calculate. Here I am not going to filter. I am going to just divide one column with another column. Straight away you can apply it. Yes, what is it? South region total revenue divided by total revenue. Not required. Change the format to percentage. Enter. Let me drag and drop this to this table. I dragged and dropped this to the table, but still here unfortunately I will put the table somewhere else here. Yes, it's saying 20%, 20%, 21, 21, 22. How can I convert this into a percentage format? Either you can format that measure tools or you can go to the format of the visual also. What she said is correct. You can click on this percentage of South region. Click on the percentage of South region. This is the one, the measure. Select that measure. Go to the top, measure tools. Under measure tools, you can see there is an option of percentage. You can click on that percentage. Yes. What happened? It's taking some time. Yes. 19.89, 21.83, 22.52, 20.98, 22.21. So overall revenue, out of that, what is the revenue for South region? So we have created a small measure. Let us see some more measures, 2 or 3 measures. Places, measures, we'll see. Let us work with some date. So I want to create let us create a small visual now. So I will create maybe that same table. So I will click on the table here. First let us create a table, then we'll create some measures. So I'll click on the table. A table is inserted. This table, I want to display the invoice date. So let us bring the invoice date into the table. I'm bringing the invoice date into the columns. How can I get this invoice date, year, quarter, month, day? I want only the date. How can I get a date? Click on the arrow mark and go for not date hierarchy. You have to select it as invoice date. So it shows only the invoice date. Now let us select the total revenue and I bring the total revenue into the columns here. So every date, what is my total revenue? So revenue for each date. 4th January, this is my revenue. 5th January, 6th January, 7th January, this is my revenue. So we have created a small table and we have created a revenue. Now we are going to add a DAX here, a small measure or a DAX. Measure with DAX. Now, I want to compare. January is my starting, okay. Now, for example, if I come here to the March, I want to compare to this March 6th. Previous month, what is my revenue? I want to compare the revenue with the previous month. So, what is my revenue for the previous month? Or what is the revenue for the next month? We can do both. For example, 1st April means I want to compare to the previous first. Same, first I want to compare it with the previous. Even you can compare it with the earlier date also. 4th can be compared to yesterday, how was my revenue? Compared to previous day, how was my revenue? That is very easier. We'll see that first I want to compare it with the month to month. Every month, what is my revenue? So let us create a measure again. Home tab. I'm just going to give some tips about measure. Later you can explore. Go to home tab. New measure. I click on home tab and I'll go to new measure. Let us say, I'm saying revenue, total revenue last month. What was my revenue? Same day, what was my revenue last month or last year, last week? Can do so many things. First, let us start with last month. Total revenue last month. Calculate. Because we are going to filter last month. We are going to use some filtering option here. Calculate. Open bracket. Total revenue. Calculate total revenue. Comma. So I want to bring the last month. How can I bring the last month? There are some functions available. There is some functions available here. When I type same, you can see there is a function available, SAME, same period last year. There is some function called as same period last year. But there is no function available called as same period last month, same period last week. We don't have a function. So instead of using the same period last year, we are going to use another function, that is date add, D-A-T-E, date add, A-D-D, add. You can tell me we have to subtract actually, but the function name is date add, open bracket. You can see on the top it says which is the date you are going to add. I'm going to add the invoice date. Invoice date has to be added. It will ask dot, day, month, year. Don't do anything. Don't select the date, month number, quarter. Don't do anything. Invoice date, comma. I want last month. So what are we going to add? -1. So I'm going to add -1, comma. Which you want to add? Month. -1 month. Last month. Previous month. I want the previous month. So -1 previous month. So let us say month. So creating DAX or measure is not too complicated. If you understand the steps, if you understand the procedure, it's very easy. So calculate the total revenue, date add -1 month. So we are just adding 1 month. So this means actually we are subtracting 1 month. Close a bracket, two bracket. One bracket for date add, another bracket for calculate. Two bracket has to be closed. Enter. Yes. Let me drag and check whether it's working fine. First I have pressed enter. It's working on it. Yes. This total, what is the name I have given? I forgot. Total revenue last year. Sorry. I have created in some other table. Sorry. So the total revenue last year, last month, I drag that and drop it to this table here. First month, nothing is happening. January, because there is no month for comparing for January. So let me scroll down. Yes. Starting from the February, you can see it shows February 4. Why February 1, 2 is not available? It's because there is no January 1, 2. So compared to the last month, this is for the last month, fourth last month. This was my total revenue. So last month. It is empty because 3rd April, 3rd February is not there. Yes. So we are comparing with the last month versus this month. Next month, last year, last day. Like this, you can play with this. You can play with it. Okay, let us bring this new measure into the same table, measure table. I will give you all the formula function available in that. I will share it. I think last session I would have shared it. First material or mail I don't know whether if you attended the basic Excel training, I would have shared that. Yesterday itself for the basic training I have already shared this. So quick reference, formula reference, Power BI visuals. So this formula reference sheet. What are all the functions and formulas available in the DAX? This I have already normal. When you attended the basic session itself, I would have shared this. All the DAX references here. I will send it. I don't have your ID. I will send it to Karthik. Yesterday itself I sent it for the previous batch. Today also I will send it. Okay. Or -1. Date add -1 year. It is easy. That we will do only for the years. But this we can do it for day, this we can do it for month. I think date add will be much easier. Next month. This month compared with the next month. Okay, but I want to find compared to the previous date, what is my next day? You cannot compare it with the day. I can even compare it with the previous entry with the next entry also. Maybe let us try this. I will put another DAX here. Let us add one more table. If you feel creating this measures previous month, last month versus previous month to the last month, previous day to the last day, it's little bit tougher. So let us create a visual first. I will create a same thing. I will create one more visual. Maybe the same thing I want to do, or copy and paste also. I will create one more. So let us create this table. I'm going to create a table here. And let us say the same thing, invoice date. Let me bring the invoice date to the columns again and change it to invoice date and bring the total revenue again to this area. Now what I want, or what we are going to do is, I want to compare to the previous day. For example, 4th January, my revenue was 2,19,339. January, 5th January, it is 5 lakhs. So compared to the previous one, whether we have improved or not, I want to compare it. I don't want the previous day value. Previous day value, if you want, you can use the same date add. Date add, you can say -1 of the day, not the month, you can say day. Same formula, you can use it, you can put a date, but I don't want date. Compared to previous day, whether we have improved or not, whether it's gone in a negative or whether it's gone in a positive compared to the previous year. So what we have to do is, we have to calculate one thing and then we have to separate it in a subtract, and we have to do another column. But here, if you feel this is very tougher, so go to the 3 dot here. After creating the visual, go to the 3 dot. Under the 3 dot, there is an option available, new visual calculation. So go to this new visual calculation. Under this new visual calculation, we will explore some 2 or 3. So for example, I want to compare it with the previous versus next versus first versus last. So let us go for versus previous. I click on versus previous. It opens a dialog box. A small dialog box is opened. Which field to be compared with which field? So here I want to compare it with the total revenue. I want to compare the total revenue. Previous field is also total revenue. I want to compare it, this total revenue, this month, this day total revenue. It's a previous day total revenue. So here also it should be total revenue. So we are comparing the total revenue, this total revenue with the previous total revenue. No need to write any formulas, just to select it. Total revenue minus the previous total revenue. That's it. When I press enter, it creates the formula for us automatically. So no need for us to learn the DAX also. You can use this straight away instead of writing multiple field, writing the formulas and other things. I feel it's very tougher. You can do this. So you can see compared to fourth and same. Compared to fifth, I think it was 2 crore, 2,98,000 more. Negative is lesser. Wherever we have negative value, it is lesser. Compared to the previous day, it was very lesser. This you can do it for month wise, this you can do it for year wise, this you can do it product wise, customer wise. Compared to the previous customer, how was my revenue? Compared to the previous product number, how was my revenue? So versus previous, very simple. Okay. Don't write the formulas, you can very easily select it. Fourth will be compared with fifth. Next day. Normally, I believe we'll compare with previous. Normally. நாளைக்கு எப்படின்னு இன்னைக்கு செக் பண்ண மாட்டோம் இல்லையா? நேத்து எப்படின்னு தான் இன்னைக்கு செக் பண்ணுவோம். We will not check what is tomorrow's cost. How do we know today? Next. Immediate fingers. If you want to check with the very first, we can do it. Very last, we can do it. Or if you want to compare the 7th with the 4th, then you have to use the date add function -3. And if you are okay with this, you can click on back to report. So click on back to report. Yes, It comes to your report here. No need to write a formula also. No need to write formulas or functions here. So no new visual calculation. This is a new feature. Actually, this feature has came only just 1 year before. Early days, we have to write a formula for this. Back to report. There is a button called as back to report. On the top, you will get a button back to report. Okay. Let us see some more visual creation, visual calculation here. Let me insert one more. This visual cannot be a, it's not required, it should be a table. If it is a table, it's easier for us to understand. That's why I'm putting a table. You can create a chart, you can create a line chart, you can create a bar chart based on this, but it's too complicated. That's why you used the table. You can create a chart also, normal chart also you can create. Let us insert one more option and check. Any challenges? Any challenges or still any problem?
அப்படி இல்ல
previous day. Month வந்துச்சுன்னா month வரும். Day வச்சிருக்கனால it's comparing.
ஒரு cumulative number மாதிரி.
இது வந்து date compare பண்ணும்போது நீங்க better
Okay, done.
Date add, you can do it only if the column is in date based, but this versus previous, you can do it not only for the date. You can check it with your customer names, you can check it with the product names, you can check it with anything. Previous customer to this customer versus previous, you can check that with customer wise anything. That's the easiest one. Let us see one or two here. For example, let us create something. Maybe I'll take the category itself. So let us take the category table, or you can take the region, you can take the year, month, anything. So let me take the category. I place the cursor on some empty area. We place the cursor on some empty area and we'll insert one more table here. I'm inserting another table. So let us insert a table. So in this table, let me do this category. So I'll put the category into the row label. Let us drag the category name. So I'm putting the category into this columns. Once again, the total revenue into the column again. Okay. So I want to know each category wise what is the out of 100%. Out of 100%, what is the percentage of braking system revenue? What is the percentage of electrical and electronics? What is the percentage for engine and fuel? What is the percentage of suspension? What is the percentage for each one? I want to calculate the percentage, and I want to calculate the cumulative percentage also, both. First, let us see how to calculate the percentage, then we'll see how to calculate the cumulative percentage. So once again, you can see no need to write a DAX for this. Click on 3 dot again, go to new visual calculation, and there is an option available, percentage of grand total. So overall total 47 crores. Out of it, what is the percentage of braking system? What is the percentage of electrical electronics? Percentage of parent total, probably we'll see in the next part, we'll see how to calculate the percentage of parent total also. Now let us go for percentage of grand total. Once again, it's opening something here. Here, which based on which percentage you are going to calculate? I'm going to calculate based on the revenue, total revenue. So total revenue. Here the field name is also total revenue. So here also it's total revenue. Which axis? Rows or columns? I believe we have to go with, I think it's in the row wise. So let us say rows. So because row wise I want to calculate the percentage. Row wise I want to calculate the percentage. So divide the total revenue with the each row wise total revenue. This braking system. Overall total revenue out of this grand total. Enter. It says out of the overall revenue, approximately, we'll change this to a percentage format. Out of overall, I think braking system is 10%, electrical electronics is 47%, engine and fuel is 8%, approximately. After changing the percentage, we'll see. And suspension and body is 22%, and transmission and driveline is 13%. But how can I change it to percentage? It's not a separate column. Unfortunately, you can see it would have never created anything here on your tables. It's only the visual calculation. You can use this only in this visual. There is no DAX or there is no measures created. How can I change this percentage? How can I change this percentage? Very simple. Go to format your visual, general. Go to the format your visual, general, data format. Under data format, it's asking, do you want to calculate the format for the category? No, I want to change the format for the percentage of grand total. Decimal number, below that, format. Which format? I want the percentage format. Yes. Now it shows me the percentage. 9.87, 46.66, 8.18, it shows the percentage. We have to struggle and we have to write a very big formula and function for this. But very easily we did it. Back to report. Yes. Can you try to find out the cumulative percentage? I want you to try. Just to try to find the cumulative percentage. Braking system 9.8. After the electrical and electronics should be 9.8 plus 4.64. Cumulative. Engine and fuel should be 9.8 plus 46 plus 8. So I want the cumulative percentage in the next column. Can you try? I want you to try. Try to get the cumulative percentage here. On the right hand side, I want the cumulative percentage to be calculated. Please try. I think it's very easy. You can do it easily. Find the cumulative percentage. Running sum is equivalent to cumulative. Correct. Running sum is equivalent to cumulative. Percentage. Percentage. Based on the percentage of grand total. Not based on the total revenue. Percentage of grand total. It should be 9.8 plus 46, approximately 55 percentage. Done.
Can we rename this to running sum?
Go here. Just double click and rename whatever the name you want to give. On the right hand side, it will be there. Just double click and rename it. Just that into mark. Always creating is tough. Removing is easy. Ella case. Done. It should not take so long time. You have to do it very fast. It's very simple. Select the 3 dot and go to new visual calculation. Then running sum. And it says running sum based on which field? It's not total revenue. It is based on the percentage of grand total. Based on this percentage of grand total, I want the running sum, not the total revenue. Total revenue, if you want, you can do that also. But I want the percentage of grand total. Enter. Yes. Let us change it to percentage format. Go to format, general, data format, and which one? This is running sum, and I change it to percentage here. Yes. 9.87, 56.52, 64.71, 87.08, and finally 100.
Now when you are sorting this parent percentage of
1 minute. I'll come back. What do you want to do?
the parent,
No, either.
the sort பண்ணுங்களா 100 மேல
No, அப்படி இருக்கக்கூடாது சார். Anyway, running total always you have to calculate in ascending order or descending order based on the total revenue. அப்போ இது collapse ஆயிடுமே. Everything will get collapse. வருது ஆனால் கூட, but it's collapsing. It's not right. Originally how it was?
percentage of grand total தானே அதை எடுத்துட்டு வந்து
இல்லை சார், இதை வச்சு கால்குலேட் ரன்னிங் சம் திஸ் பிளஸ் திஸ் ஏதோ கொலாப்ஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு. should be in the ascending order as per the running sum. It's not calculating. அங்கே தான் calculate ஆகும். இங்கே வந்தப்போ calculate ஆகாது. The calculation will happen there only. அதோடைய சோர்ஸ் இங்கே கொண்டு வருது. not interactive, auto calculation. Calculation is happening on the visual, not here.
grand total மட்டும் only the part grand total percentage of grand total
Running somewhere.
இல்ல grand percentage of grand total
Field total. Overall, grading system. Okay. Yes, sir. There are so many other measures and DAXs available. Just given a clue of one or two DAXs, that's all, one or two measures. Try to use this visual calculation method, which is easier and faster way of creating. Manually, if you want to do, then you can use that calculate formula and you can use the DAX. There are so many other DAXs available. We have seen the important DAX here. Now, let us give some meaningful name for this page again. I think this page we have explored more about measures and DAX. So let us give a name called as measures. We'll see about synchronization of slicer and we'll see about creating the index for your page. First we'll see the synchronization of your slicer. For example, I'm going to insert a slicer and I want to synchronize the slicer for all my pages. All my pages I want to synchronize a slicer. For example, let us insert any slicer. First page, last page, middle page, wherever you want you can insert a slicer. That's the reason from yesterday I told you always to have some empty space on the top. Top of all the slicer pages, I recommended you to have some empty space on the top. So I did it. Some page I would have missed it. So now I am aligning it. Most of the page, I think top I have given some space. So here I am going to put a slicer and we are going to synchronize the slicer with all the pages. You can create a slicer in the first page, last page, middle page, wherever you want, you can create a slicer. For example, let us insert a slicer. Don't go for a button slicer, go for a normal plain slicer. Row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth row, second one. I'll click on the slicer. I clicked on the slicer. Let us bring the invoice date into the slicer. You can bring anything, category, customer name, employee name, anything. But I want the invoice name, invoice date, sorry. So let us drag the invoice date. We are dragging that invoice date and drop it to the field area. But unfortunately, I'm getting the invoice. Not unfortunately, this is one method where we can select the start date and finish date. You can see there is an option of selecting the start date and finish date. So I want the invoice date. So insert a slicer and we have dragged the invoice date and dropped it here. It's showing the invoice date. Suppose you want the invoice date for a particular period of time. So starting from a particular date, a calendar will open and you can select the date. For example, starting from February 1, I want to select it till a particular day. I want to select till the particular some other day here. Something like February, something like January or December. I'm selecting some date, starting from this date to this date. So this you can do it, but I don't like this. I want to select the year. Under year, I can select quarter. Under quarter, I can select the day, like a filter in Excel. So I want to put it like a filter format. So let me remove the filter, clear the selection. I'm clearing the selection. To format, under format, slicer settings, go to format, slicer settings. It says between, instead of between, I can make it as a vertical list or tile. A tile will go very big long, so I don't recommend tile here. You can go for a drop down also, or you can go for a vertical list also, whichever you wish. Either drop down or a vertical list. As of now, I will go with a vertical list. I selected vertical list. Now go to the format, add data to your visual, but it's showing all the date 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want it. I want 2023. If I select 2023, entire report should change into 2023. 2024, entire report should change for 2024. So what we do, click on the arrow mark here. Click on the arrow mark here. You know what has to be done? Date hierarchy. Make it as date hierarchy. So it creates a hierarchy here where you can see years are displayed here. 2023, 24, 25. So years are displayed here. The years are displayed. So you can select that year. 2023, it shows only the report of 2023. 2024, it shows the report of 2024. 2025, it shows the report of 2025 in this page. In this page, not in all the pages, in this page. Or in 2023, I want only quarter one, you can expand it. You can see there is an option of expanding where you can select the quarter one. If I expand the quarter one, you can select it by month wise. If I expand the month, you can select it by day wise. Like I think you would have seen this in Excel filter also. This appears in normally Excel filter. Okay. First we have inserted the slicer. In the slicer we have inserted the invoice date. Then we changed it into the tiled or list. Then we change this into invoice date. Or if you don't want a particular thing, suppose I don't want in the slicer, I don't want the day, I don't want the quarter, means you can remove that. There is an option of removing this. You can remove it. If you don't want a particular year or month or anything from the slicer, you can remove it. But let us, I need a less spacer for the slicer. So let us go for format, slicer settings. Instead of vertical list, let us put a drop down. I'm putting a drop down here. Let me make it as a drop down because I need a space for the other visuals. So I put a drop down and I place this slicer somewhere else on the top. So I selected the drop down, go to the format, slicer settings, and we made it as a drop down. And I'm placing it on the top here. We have placed it on the top. Then, which one? Select the slicer first. Select the slicer. Format. Visual. Slicer settings. Style. Under style, drop down. Instead of vertical list, I selected drop down. Are we used to the normal slicer or some other slicer? Yes. Sorry. If I select 2023 or 2024 or 2025, I have around 12 pages. All the 12 pages, I should get only 2023 report. Or some pages, I don't want it. I don't want the 2020. Some pages, I don't want to be filtered. So you can decide whether you want to filter it in all the pages or you want to filter it in a particular pages also. You can decide it. And you can decide whether you want this slicer to be displayed in all the pages or you don't want to display it in all the pages. That also you can decide. Select the slicer first. Select the slicer. Go to the view tab. Go to the view tab. Under view tab, the last button available under the view tab called as sync slicer. Synchronization of your slicer. So sync slicer. Click on that sync slicer. After clicking on the sync slicer, it shows here by default now it's available in this page. Do you want to sync it with all the pages or you don't want to sync it with a particular page? First, let me say all pages. First I will say all pages. Unwanted pages you can untick, remove the check mark. Add and sync with all pages. There are two things. One is the first one, there is an arrow mark. This arrow mark indicates synchronization. This arrow mark indicates visibility. Whether it should be visible, you want to see the slicer or not, but it will be synced. But I don't want to see. But I want to see, I don't want to sync. You can do both. So first let us select everything. Add and sync with all pages. So when I select add and sync with all pages, now what would have happened is, in all the pages, for example, here I am going to select 2023. I'm getting only the 2023 report in this page and I go to the previous page. Here also you can see I'm getting the report for 2023 and previous page also I can get the report for 2023 and previous page. All the pages I'm getting only the report of 2023. All the pages. All the pages we are getting the report of 2023. But some pages, I don't want this. Some pages assume I don't want this to be synchronized. For example, in one page I used only the year, particular year, some page I think so. This one, bookmark page. I used some year wise. Here I cannot display one pages. I don't want this filter here. I don't want to see the filter in this bookmark page. So, select the slicer. Select the slicer, sync slicer. This bookmark page, I am unchecking it, removing that slicer from this bookmark page. Other than the bookmark page, it's available in all the pages. Delete also you can do. But I want to remove the synchronization for 3 pages means manually you have to go to 3 pages and delete it. Better in the option you can untick it. That's easier compared to only one page. What you said is correct. Delete it. But, 3 or 4 pages means this is the easiest way. Some error in parameter page. I have to check.
No, sir. Everyone is.
Yeah.
Right, sir, we changed that concatenated and Mr. and that is why if you change that name, it will come.
Oh, employee table we used it here. Okay. Where is it? Home tab. Transform data. As he has told, we'll try that. For checking, we did this. That's why he told that name. It's a problem. So go to the employee master table. Which you want to do? You don't want this employee name. Employee name I'm use பண்ணிருமா?
No, sir. No,
Sir, நம்ம transform பண்ணோம்.
Oh, this one. This you don't want to merge it, right?
No. Keep it in that sheet. One second. Can you open that?
Not in the power.
Here, please click.
In the table, employee master.
Employee name. Our formula will open.
Employee name give the formula. Employee name varadu. Maybe this one. I think we have used a parameter here, right? In the switch field. So here it will be here.
That's one, sorry.
switch field or they were changed there. இங்க மாத்திரம்ன்றீங்க இல்லையா?
we are going to employ.
Switch field, you have to select that switch field, not the
I
employee.
have given different name.
What is the name I have given? Even I forgot. EMP. Okay. Next we will see how to make an index. It's very short. Indexing RLS, dashboard, app. RLS will take some time also. Okay, let us create an index page now. Don't publish your report like this. I have 12 pages. Don't publish all your 12 pages. People will not see all the 12 pages one by one. We are going to create an index for our pages, like a table of a content. Like when you open a website, there will be a button. If you click on contact us, it will go to the contact us page. If you click on home, it will go to the home page. Like this, we are going to create, not we. Power BI will help us. In olden days, we have to write a coding for this, but latest version is very simple. Let us do this on a new page. Let me open a fresh new page. Open the page at the last, middle, wherever you want. Your wish. I'm opening the page. You have to do few things here. Open a new page. Open a fresh new page. A title, logo, that are all the part you decide. I don't want to take a time on that. Insert a title, insert your logos, that are all you decide. This is a page and I'll go to the insert tab. Go to the insert tab. Under the insert tab, button. Go to the button. Under button, navigator. Go to the insert tab. Go to the button. Under button, navigator. Click on the navigator. Click on the navigator. So let us go to the navigator. Page navigator or a bookmark navigator. Let us say page navigator. Bookmark already we have explored in the afternoon last session. Now I am going to go with the page navigator. That's all. It has automatically created the navigator for all the pages. You can see that's the reason from yesterday I'm saying give some meaningful name for the pages. All the page name is appearing here. Home page, top 10, customer details, analysis, parameter, what if, grouping, bookmark, decomposition, visual, and 2 pages will not appear. The 2 pages which we have hidden. Drill tooltip, the 2 page which we have hidden that may not be visible. And this page, I don't want this. This page, I don't want it. What is this page? This is this current page. This page, I don't want. I don't like this navigator like this. Can I put the navigator top to bottom? Like this, we will do some changes. Select this navigator. Finally, we will rearrange it. Select the navigator. Go to the right hand side. Format navigator. We have inserted a navigator. How we inserted is button. Under button, navigator, page navigator. Insert button, navigator, page navigator. After doing it, select the navigator. Go to the format navigator. Pages. Under pages, hidden page, a tooltip page, show all page by default. That is okay. There is another option called as show. Expand that show because I don't want to show this page. This is my current page, page 1. Page 1 should not be shown on my screen. That's my current page. I don't want to show that. Switch off it. So all the other pages are shown. Then, so go to the format your navigator, visual, pages, switch off the current page and let us go to the grid layout. And I change instead of horizontal, let us make it as vertical. Instead of horizontal, I will make it as vertical and increase the height. I am increasing the height and decrease the width. Or if you want horizontal, vertical or horizontal also, you can do it. That's your wish. So I have given it as vertical. I like vertical more of horizontal. Most of the things are horizontal nowadays, like a tabs. If you want horizontal also, you can do that. I make it as vertical, and last few steps are pending. Now what you do is, accept this current page, accept the current page. Let us give some meaningful name for this page. This page 1, I'll give some name. This is my index page. My index page. Now, two things you have to do now. Accept the index page. Accept the index page. All the other pages, or you can copy and paste also. All the other pages, insert a back button. Insert a back button. There is a reason. Insert a back button. Go to insert, button, back. Go to insert. There is a button, back. Back. So insert button back. It's inserting at the top left. That's your wish. Top left, bottom, wherever you want, you can keep that back button as per your wish. Maybe at the bottom area, maybe at the top area, you can click it and copy and paste to the other pages. Control C. Control V. I think customer details and state year wise, it's already there because we already used the tooltip. Drill through. It will be there. So other than that, you paste it in all the other pages. Control V. Control V. Control V. Control V. Control V. All the other pages we are pasting it, no other go. If you have 20 pages, you have to paste it in 20 pages. Only slicer can be synchronized, not the back button. இந்த இண்டெக்ஸே இப்போ தான் கிரியேட் பண்ணுவோம். ஒரு காலத்தில் இண்டெக்ஸ் உட்காந்து நாங்கள் மேனுவலாக பண்ணுவோம். அதுக்கு ஒரு half an hour ஆகும். இப்போ அட்லீஸ்ட் இட்ஸ் கம்மிங் ஸ்ட்ரைட் அவே. Maybe back when you create index page, the back button will appear automatically. அது வரலாம் ஃபியூச்சரில். As of now, it's not there. Second thing what you have to do it is, hide all the other pages except the index page. Except the index page, hide the other pages. Because my user should not see this page. Right click. You manual, you have to hide it one by one. No other go. Hide. Hide all the other pages except the index page. Except the index page. Hide all the other pages except the index page. Except the index page, hide all the other pages. I have 13 pages, 12 pages, you have to hide it. Hide all the other pages except the index page. Now final one. Don't take my workspace, because if I publish it on my workspace, you cannot create an app. You cannot create a dashboard. Dashboard is you can get the report from multiple. Suppose this report I want to put it in Power App. You cannot just straight away you can put this in Power App or Power Automate. In that case, you have to make the report. This is not a dashboard. We call this as report. If you want to make a dashboard, then we have to create a dashboard after publishing. After publishing, you can create an app also. So don't publish this in my workspace. Publish it in any other workspace if you have created some workspace. If you have not created a workspace, I think the basic Power BI itself, we would have covered it, but still I will give a small recap of that. app.powerbi.com. Just go to app.powerbi.com. Under the app.powerbi.com, you can see there is a workspace available. Click on the workspace. So go to app.powerbi.com, go to workspace. Under workspace, you can see there is an option called as new workspace. Click on the new workspace and create some workspace. Create a workspace. Give some name and you can create some workspace. you can create some workspaces here as per your workspace. If you have some other workspace, do it. Don't do it in my workspace. That's for a trial purpose. Like, you cannot create a dashboard based on that. That's for just for trying. The free users. If you already have some workspace, use it. If you don't have a workspace, create a workspace. You have created a workspace. After you have created a workspace, for example, I have created a new workspace here. DACV training. I have created a workspace. Now you want to allocate a people to this workspace. You have your team people. My team, my department, I want to add the people. They can publish the report into this workspace also. So what I can do? Manage access, add people. After creating the workspace, it will open a screen like this. Inside the screen, there is a button available called as Manage Access. Creating app, we'll see it in another few minutes. Manage Access. Under Manage Access, add people or group. You can add some people here. You can type any one of the from department. You can add only the people from Daimler. You cannot add the people from others. Other people cannot be added. You can add only the people with the Daimler link. Other people cannot be added there. You can add a people here. And how you are going to add the people? Whether they are going to only view the report. There is an option viewer. Whether they can present the report. Whether they can add the report, modify the report and present the report. Member. Admin means full control. They can add some people also. They can delete some people also. Your wish. As of now, let me make a person as a member. Add it. So this person, whom you have added, now they can add the report. They can publish the report. No notification, nothing will be sent. When they publish the report, that workspace will be displayed here. Only that workspace will be displayed. So if you already have a workspace, use it. If you don't have a workspace, please create it now. I think this covered in the basics of Excel also, but still I am recapping it.
Now you highlighted all the pages, right? Select any one page, hide it page. If you publish in that condition.
No. Here also you can go to the control key and you can go back to that page. Coming back, you can click on the back button and come back. After publishing, you no need for control key. That's the reason I used the back button in all the pages. I want to see the top 10 customer page. Hold the control key and click it. It goes to the top 10 pages. Click on back button, it comes to this. What is your question?
Oh, my question is, if you publish in the same level, it will work fine. But now you select any other page. Now you select open any.
That's not a right way. Publish one more, you hide it and pay. That's a right way.
Even hide condition also. But select that, then you publish.
Place the cursor here and publish it.
Then that is complete.
Yes. Please, we'll finish off this on RLS and create app. At least we have to finish by today. Place the cursor on some empty area of this index page. Don't place the cursor on some other page. Place it on the index page. Now go to the file. Or go to home tab. Publish. Do not publish it on the my workspace area. Publish it on some other workspace. The workspace which we have created or some other workspace. Because if you are publishing my workspace, you cannot create a dashboard based on it. You cannot create an app based on that. App means multiple report, you can make a report. Multiple visual, we can make a separate report. That's all possible. If you are publishing in some other workspace, don't publish it in my workspace. Save. And I'm going to publish it in some other workspace. Some workspace. Maybe this Daimler training workspace. DACV training workspace. Select. It is publishing now. It is getting published now. Success. Hmm. Let us open that file in online. I'll click on this open this business transaction PBIX in Power BI. Yes, you can see only this page is visible to others. They can see only this page. No other page is heading, other decoration. You can do that later. Only this page is visible. Suppose someone wants to see the what if or someone wants to see the decomposition tree. They can click the decomposition tree. They can see the decomposition tree here. To come back, click on back button and they can come back to the main screen. So top 10 customers, click on top 10 customers. They can see the top 10 customers back and they can come back. One report we made an index. Multiple report we can make an index. We can make an index. That's our next topic. Okay. Done. Yes. Now for example, any challenges? We'll finish up the dashboard and app before the break. After the break, we have to see RLS. Now, to show some report in a Power App. I don't know whether you are all using Power App. If you are using Power App, very good. If you are not using Power App, there is a specific training for Power App also. But now, I want to show some report. I will go to some page here. One of the report I want to show it in this, maybe this report I want to show it in a Power App. You cannot straight away show this report. Power App doesn't work straight away from this. You have to make a dashboard. Suppose one or two reports, I want to show it in my Power App. Out of this, you cannot show all the 10 pages. A particular report, you can show it in this Power App. So we have to make a dashboard for it. This is not a dashboard. This is a report. We have to convert this into a dashboard. Maybe from 3 or 4 reports from various pages, various reports, I can make a dashboard. There is one thing called as creating an app, that we'll see it later, another few minutes. Now I'll go to some report. Maybe I'll go to this report, this table. There is a button available called as pin visual. Go to any visual. It's not required you have to go to the table, you have to go to the matrix, or you have to go to some other. Go to any visual. There is a button called as pin visual. Click on that pin visual. And where you want to pin this visual, whether you want to pin it in a existing dashboard or a new dashboard. There is no new dashboard in this workspace. We didn't create any dashboard as of now. So let us give a name for this. Maybe I'll give some name. My first dashboard. I'm pinning it. So this report I have pinned it. Okay. Like this, I can pin multiple pages. So this will be useful when you come for the next Power App training. Power Apps, multiple pages only you can show it in Power App and Power Automate. You cannot do this on your normal one. Back button, I'll select some other report. Maybe decompose, new visual. I'll go to new visual. Maybe this visual. Pin it to
If you pin one visual in one sheet, then the whole sheet will be
only that report.
that visual.
Only that visual.
What will you do with this?
So, if you want to pin the entire page, there is an option also available. You can go to that 3 dot area. There will be an option called as pin to entire page to a dashboard. Entire pages you can pin it to a dashboard also. There is a 3 dot. Entire pages also you can. Total page. This total page I want to show it in the Power App. Okay. So someone I don't want to share all the reports. I want to share only the out of this 12 pages. Some particular reports or particular pages only I want to show to others. That's the reason I'm pinning it. So let us pin another one or two. Or you can pin the entire page also. Go to 3 dotted lines and pin the entire dashboard. That's your wish. So let me pin another report here. I'm pinning another report here. The existing dashboard pin. So I pinned around 3 or 4 reports here. 3 or 4 reports. How can I go to the dashboard? There is a button available. Go to this dashboard. That's one method. Another method, you can go to that workspace. So go to the workspace. Under workspace, there is a separate area available called as my first dashboard. Whatever the dashboard, whatever the report you have pinned, it would have created this dashboard. You can create it from multiple report also. I have created one report here, and my team people, they would have created another 4 or 5 pages of report. I can get 4 or 5 pages and I can make another dashboard. And someone would have created 3 reports. I can pin it and I can make another dashboard also. Based on various data source, we can have this dashboard also. So let us open this my dashboard. So whatever the visuals you have pinned, based on that, it has created another dashboard here, another new dashboard. So whichever the wanted visuals, we can pin it and we can create a separate dashboards. This you can publish it on Power App. Normal report you cannot publish on Power App. How to open this? Open that workspace. Under workspace, open the workspace which you have published it. Click on it. There you will find your dashboard. Click that dashboard. App I will tell. App next we'll see about app.
Separate
Click on that dashboard. Click on this dashboard, sir. You will see. Oh, every time you have selected a new separate only. You have to add it in the existing dashboard, sir. You have added into 3 pages, 3 dashboards. What is it? Next we'll create an app and we'll create another lesson. App
But while selecting this, it will go.
We have access to it. Since we are the author, it's going. If you send it to someone else, it will. Since we are the author, we have permission to it. We have
Not required any permission.
You cannot share it to externals. You can share it only with your team. And I have added some people to this workspace, right? Only they can view it. Other people cannot view it. If you made them as administrator, they can do anything. If you made it as a member, based on this. Others. Okay. I don't know whether we have one more report. Let us go to that workspace, DICV workspace. We have only one report here. So now this dashboard, what we did is we have added some 3 or 4 visuals and we have created a separate dashboard. Suppose I have 3 or 4 reports itself. One report is going for 10 pages and I have another report for 20 pages, another report for 30 pages. All the report you can make it as a separate application, a small app. So one person, my team, they have created one report. Another person from my team, they have created another report and one more report. Each report is having 20, 30 pages. Out of all the report, you can create a separate application. For that, at least 2 reports should be there in this workspace. Unfortunately, I have only one report. I don't know whether you have some other report. I'll try to publish some other report also. One more report, I'll publish it in the same. We thought of doing it actually. Yesterday, we have seen 2 files. One is business transaction and another one is transaction data. Based on this, I thought of creating some reports. And 2 reports, we have to combine it as one page. Now, as of now, that's not possible. If you have any other report already created, please open that report. I don't know whether you have it. Please open the report. Some report. any other report which you already created, maybe in the basic training if you have created, or in a live data if you have created some report, open the report and publish it in this workspace, same workspace. I will publish it in the same workspace. For example, day before or yesterday or something, we have created some report. I'll open some report now. You will not have a permission for it. Okay. This is a report which I have published for the last session for the basic level of Power BI. We had created some reports. This report also I want to publish. Go to Home tab. Some report, it's not required you have to open the report. You can open some report you already created or you already did some reports. Publish. Same workspace. DACV training, I am placing into the same workspace. It's very easy. It's very just you should have at least 2 or 3 reports. 2 or 3 reports. So this report also I am publishing in the same workspace. Got it? I don't want to open the report. Got it? I published it. So I published it. Then I come here. Still the report has not arrived. So let us refresh it. I click on refresh. I think it has arrived. I refresh it. You can see that report is also available in this workspace. You can see 2 reports are available now. So in this workspace, I have 2 reports. One is there is a report called as transaction data. Another one is there is a report called as business transaction. Like this, assume you have 3 or 4 reports. Based on the 3 or 4 report, I want to create a separate application. So I want to present it to my high team. They want to see all the reports from various departments in one area. One area they want to see the report. So go to the workspace. I have seen so many applications in your company itself. I have seen many people have created the application. So go to that workspace. On the right hand side top, before the manage workspace, there is a button called as create app. Create a app. So go to that particular workspace. Under the workspace, on the right hand side, you can see create app. Click on create app. What is the name of this app? You can give some name. All the report consolidated or something. You can give any name here. All reports, I'll say reports. All the reports we are going to consolidate it into one. And what is this report? This report I'm just creating it for the training purpose. Description should be given. Description cannot be empty. And logo. What is the purpose of the logo? When you open this on the screen, suppose I'm opening a Power BI, you can see Power BI logo is appearing. When you open a YouTube channel or anything, you can see the YouTube channel logo will appear. Similarly, when I open, I want some logo should appear. You can upload the logo here. If you have your company logo or anything, you can upload the logo. And what is the background color you want it? Okay. And you want specific user, or you can share it to anyone else in the world. Show app publisher or show the item for a particular contact, and you can add the specific people also. But I will share it to anyone. I'm going to create a link and I can share it to anyone. Next, add content. First, we are given a name, we are given a description. If you want to add a logo, that's your wish. Color is your wish. Add content. I want to add both the reports here. Click on the arrow mark or click on the add content here. 2 reports. Whatever the report which we have created, both the report or even the dashboard, whatever the report you have created, you can select it. Suppose you have 3, 4 reports, 5 reports, you can select it. Multiple reports. 10 reports also you can select it. So click on the add content and select both the report. Add it. And if you want to add a particular audience, you can add the particular audience. You can give a name and you can add the particular audience also. Next, you can see you can add the audience name. Who is the user for this particular user? You can add it. or the entire organization also you can give it. You can give it for the entire organization also. Or you can add a new audience also. I'm not doing anything. Let me publish it. I cannot go back. Have you gone to setup? Done. Setup. Create app. Cancel and I have to recreate it. You have came to the workspace. There is a button called as create app. Before the manage access. Click on create app. Give a name for the app. Some description. Okay. Logo color is your wish. Next, add content. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. You can do it easily. Add content. And click on the plus symbol. Add content. Next button, add content. And select the report, whichever the report you want. I selected 2 reports. Add. And you want to specifically give it for a particular audience, you can give their email ID and the address here. But I want to give it for the entire organization, means you can select the first one also, your wish. Or later also you can publish and you can send the report also. Now let us click on publish. Yes. When you publish the app for the large distribution, it may take little while, 5 or 10 minutes. It says 5 or 10 minutes. I think it will not take 5 or 10 minutes. So it will be published as soon as possible. Yes, I think it's published. You can copy the link. This link you can copy and you can send it to anyone within your Daimler team. Or I can open the app and I check now. Go to app. Yes. So this is how it looks like app. You can see first report. Under the report, all the pages are available here. Under the business transaction, you can see that report is available. So 2 report I combined. We made 1 report, 1 app. You can add multiple reports like this. From multiple screen, you can add multiple reports like this. So I have 2 reports now. 1 report is the transaction data. Second report is a business transaction. Like this, you can add multiple reports. So you have created a report. Your team people has created a report. All the report you can combine and you can make it as 1 app here. 1 app. First one is picking the visual and creating 1 dashboard. This is picking all the entire dashboard. Entire report, make as a new app. Entire dashboard, you can make it as a new app. Come to the same workspace. When you come to the same workspace, you can see there is an option called as update app, where we can, if you want to modify further, if you want to add some new pages, you can add some people to this app, you can add it also. But you cannot straight away delete it. If you want to delete, you have to delete all the background picture and all the things, then only you can delete it. For deleting, you have to be careful. Yes, there is an update app. Open that workspace. On the top, you will get an update app. Space is create panno. We have created in workspace, it will be in the same workspace.
But any apps you can make it, right? Only 1 app.
Only 1 app.
Only 1 app.
1 workspace, 1 app. Dashboard, you can create any number. App is only 1 workspace, 1 app. Another workspace, another app. Okay, so only 1 topic is pending. Role level security. Parameter. Row level security, we'll see it. Based on this user email ID, the report will change accordingly. That's the only chapter pending. We'll try to cover it. It will take half an hour to cover that, but we'll try to cover as much as possible. We'll go for a final break. Yes, I'm pausing session. Just now I uploaded the first morning session. It's already uploaded. Just now I did this. Now let me go to that Power BI, same file which we have opened, or you can open a different file also. I open the same file. So let me open the same Power BI file, that is business transaction. I'll open the same file. We are going to see about RLS. What is RLS? Row level security. Assume I have created one report. This report I want to send it to multiple people within that organization. But I want them to see only that particular report. They cannot see all the report. I have created a report globally, but I don't want everyone to see the report. Based on their email ID or based on their name, the report should get filtered automatically. I don't want to do it. So two options are available. Manually you can do it. One is automatic. We'll see both. Let me open that report first. I'll open the report first. First, let us see how to apply manual filter. Then we'll see manual row level security. Then we'll see how to make automatic row level security. For example, let us go to any table. I'll go to that some sheet, some file, because I want to verify something. So I'll go to this top 10 customer table. Now I want to give a permission to my end user, maybe someone else. They can see only the report of North region. They cannot see the other reports. When they log in, when they see the, not filtering, they are not going to apply the filter. They are not going to apply the slicer or anything. When they open the report, they can see only the North region. Nothing other things they can see. They cannot see the other people report. So, first method. Go to the tab called as modeling. Go to the tab of modeling. Under the tab of modeling, manage roles. Manage roles. Go to the tab modeling, manage roles. Click on that manage roles. Click on that manage roles. New. I click on new roles and I'll give some name for it. Maybe this role is for only the North region peoples. North region. Okay. We have gone to modeling. Roles, new roles. We have created a new roles and I given a name called as North region. And go to the table where we have that region names. I think it is having in the table called as region details. Go to the region details table. Place the cursor on the region details table. So we are given a new role and we are given a name for that new role, and select the region table and you can see rules. We are going to set a rules here. We are going to give a rules. So click on that rules. Under the rules, it says country is equal to, no, it's not country is equal to. Let us say region name should be equal to North. Spelling and case sensitive. But if you want to give up under North, for example, under the North, they can see only a particular product. So you can filter a particular product category also. For example, under the North, I can add one more condition. They can see only the particular categories. They cannot see other details. So you can add one more conditions also later. But here I am adding only North. First we'll check with this. Suppose I want to give two permission. They can see the North region as well as they can see the South region. Means show the data of all condition it is true. No. Show any one of the condition. Let us try that also. After doing this, let us try that. First, let us try with only the North. This is manually we are fixing the row level. Manually we are fixing it. Save. So we have created a role. That role is North region. So this role, they can see only the North region report. They cannot see the other regions report. Save it. I save and close this, and I am saving it. And I am closing this. Now I want to see only the North region report. Go to the same modeling, view. So go to the same modeling, view. Under view, you can see that role name is available. This is the role name which we have created. Select that North region and simply say OK. Yes, only it will show, sorry, south, north region, it shows only the report for north region. Only the entire page, whatever the page or whatever the scene you open, it shows only the details of north region. No other things will be shown here. Only the north region details will be shown here. Only the north region details. Throughout your page, entire page. They cannot see the other reports also. This I can publish it and I can send it to the north region. This is one method. This is one method. But for this, every time I cannot create it. I can have 10. All the pages. Entire report. Entire report. Throughout all the pages. All the reports. Let us stop viewing this. As I told, I cannot create a report like this. North region, 4 people I can send. Suppose south region, east region, west region. Every region I cannot create a report. Or as I told, I can add, for same person I want to add what's north as well as south. He is the head of north and south. Then what I can do is go to the same manage rule and select this rule which we have created, north region. And I select the same north region details. But instead adding the roles, while adding the roles, show the data if all, no all, make it as, don't make it as all, instead of make it as all, any new, one more condition, region name and south. So is the person who is the head of 2 or 3 regions. So you can see both the report. That person or someone else, they can see both the report. North as well as south. You have to say any. Either it can be north or it can be south. Both they can see. Save. Let me check this. Close. And go to view as. Select that, given the name as north region, but you can give a different name also. Okay. So it will show you the report of both the north as well as south. You can see north, south. Both are shown here. But as I indicated, for everything I cannot create a manual report like this and publish. For the north, suppose we are country wise we are doing something or state wise we are doing something. Each state wise I want to send this report. I cannot create 20, 30 reports like this. Dynamically we want to do this. Based on their login, based on that email ID, whatever the email ID they are logging. Suppose who is in Chennai or who is logging in through Tamil Nadu region, they can see only the south region. Or who is logging in some other region, they can see only a particular region. Dynamically we want to create a link. Dynamic. So, let us create a small table for it. Small table. Let us create a small table. Could you tell me how do we create a table? Morning also we have created this table, measure table. That's a separate table created called as measure table. How do we do that? Very good. Home, enter data. Superb. Home, enter data. Home, enter data. Let us give a name for the column. First name I am giving is email ID. Suppose if they are logging in through this email ID, they can see only a particular details. Email ID. Can give some email ID. You can give some email ID here. Let us do that. And I'll add one more column. Insert, there is a plus symbol. Insert a column. Let us say this is region name. So try to give the same name available in the table so that it's automatically get connected. Otherwise we have to manually create a connection. So it will get connected automatically. If you are giving the region name, that region name will get connected automatically in your data model relationship. If you are giving a different name, we can connect it. No problem. Okay. So, but region 1, email ID. So, let us give some email ID. For example, some dummy email ID. As of now, I am giving some dummy email. abc@mail.com. Some dummy email ID. Or you can give your company your own email ID also. ABC. Not. So if they are logging in through ABC, they can see only the North region report. Same like I'm adding another report. xyz@mail.com. If they are logging in through XYZ, they can see only the South report. Or ABC can see both the reports. So I can add one more here. Same ABC. You can see the North report as well as you can see the West report also. So 2 times I am adding the same email ID. So abc@mail.com. If they are logging in through abc@mail.com, they can that person can see both the report, north as well as west. If they are logging in through XYZ, they can see only the south region report. Like this, you can add as per your wish multiple email IDs. Something another one, QWE. I am giving some name at mail.com. Later you can edit it also. They can see the report of east region. Okay. So we have given some name. We have given some name. That's it. Now load and give a name for this table. I can give some meaningful name for this table. I think this is user table. Based on the user, the row level is going to change. Based on the user, the report is going to change automatically. So I have given a name called as user table load. User table load.
How to create this?
Tab enter data. Morning we did it. Okay. There is a table created called as user table, but unfortunately, how can I edit the table? Suppose now I want to add one more user email ID and one more control, one more role for that particular username. How can I, if you go to enter data, it will create a new table here. But how can I edit this? No problem. Yes, super. Transform, Power Query. Exactly. We have to go to Power Query now. Click on the Power Query. Go to Power Query. Under Power Query, you can see the table name, user table. Under this source, there is something called a source. Go to the source. Click on the settings. This we have learned in the basics of Power BI itself. Source settings. Here we can modify it. Suppose I want to add furthermore email ID and region name, you can add it. Unfortunately, you cannot edit the table in Power BI. You have to come to Power Query, then only you can edit it. Unfortunately, Power BI doesn't have a facility of editing. Creating is okay. Editing, you can come here. Come to Power BI, Power Query, select the user table and go to the applied step source and click on the settings here. When I click on the settings, it shows the details here. Okay. Now I close and apply. Final one, what we are going to do is see whether this table is connected. This user table should have been connected with the region details table because I have retained the same name. If you are not connected, we have to connect it. Let us check first. I'll go to the model view. I click on the model view. Let me check that. Yes, this is a user table. I think it's automatically connected with the region name in the region details table. So when I click on this email ID, this region name will get filtered here. Automatically it will get filtered. Based on this filter, all the report will get filtered automatically. That's the power of this Power BI. Let us try how to do this. So email ID and region name should have been filtered with this region name. So connected with the region name. If you are given a wrong spelling, you have to manually, yesterday we did it, drag and drop and connect it. So we have connected it. Only last and final step here. Last and final step. You have to manage that role. So we have created a separate table. If the table is already available in Excel, you can import it also. But I have created a table. And I created a table and let us see whether the table is connected. Yes, the table is connected. The table is not connected. Please connect the table. Now let us come back to the report view. We'll come to the report view. Go to the modeling again. We already did the modeling. Go to the modeling. Manage roles. Click on the manage roles. Go to the table which we have created, user table. Go to the user table. Under user table, we are going to create a new role here. Click on new role. And email ID is equal to. It says email ID is equal to. But I cannot do anything here. If I cannot type a email ID here because email ID may vary based on their input. One person can log in. I don't know who will log in. So what we do is switch to DAX editor. So select the user table, role, new role, switch to DAX editor. Email ID is equal to. Email ID is equal to. Just type some keyword. First 2 or 3 letter. User principal name. User principal name. What is the email ID? Principal name they are logging in. I think everything, all the Power BI, everything will be based on your login email ID. Username will be based on your email ID. You are logging in through the email ID only. That user principal name. Select that user principal name. Select that user email ID is equal to user principal name. If they are logging in through that email ID, so it automatically shows that report. Let us check here itself. Let us check here. Let us whether it's working fine or not. Let me check that. Email ID is equal to user principal name. Just type first 2 or 3 letter. Other things will come automatically. Select it. Save it. Select and save. I don't remember for ABC what is the region I have given. XYZ I have given some region, but let us check. Select save it and I close this. Now modeling. After publishing, if they are logging in, it automatically changes. But I want to check it here. I don't have that email. I cannot log in through that email ID. That is impossible now. So this dummy email ID I have given. But let us click on view as. So which is a role? I didn't give a role name. I did it in the north region itself. Okay. Then I will create one more role and do it. Or north region also you can do it. Sorry. Then I'll redo it again. Let us create a new role. I don't know. Sorry. I did it in the same thing. I don't want to do that. Let us delete that. Sorry. Let me create a new role. Sorry, I forgot to create a new role because I did it in the north itself. It's my mistake. So create a new role. Create a new role. Sorry. Create a new role. Give a name for this role. Let us give a name as dynamic role. Dynamic role. I'm giving a name as dynamic role. Then place the cursor on this user table. Place the cursor on the user table. Go to that new rules. Under new rules, email ID is equal to switch to DAX. Switch to DAX. Email ID is equal to user principal name. User principal name. So create a new role. That one I missed it. Sorry, I missed that one. So click on new role, dynamic role, user table, and create a role. Email ID is equal to user principal name. Save it. I saved it. Then I can close this. Let us go to the modeling again. As I told you, if they are sending the report, they are logging in, straight away it will change automatically. But here I will check. Go to the view as. Which role? That is dynamic role. In dynamic role, after selecting the dynamic role, go to the other user and type your email ID here. Type your email ID. Which email ID you are given. For example, I'll select abc@mail.com. abc@mail.com. I'll check with abcmail.com. I'm going to log in through abcmail.com. That's a mail ID I have given for testing. Okay. So now it is showing only the north region and the west region here because I have given both. ABC I have given both controls. For ABC, they can see north as well as west. So let us go to view as again. And I select the dynamic role. Now let me give the email ID XYZ. For XYZ, I think I have given only south region role. Okay. So they can see only the south region report. That's all. Now you have to send this file. You have to send the file to anyone. Based on that email ID login, you will get the report automatically. That's all. And only, or put it in an Excel file and give it and import it here.
Saying the south is repeated and it's not a right.
Put a semicolon. No? Email ID, semicolon, another email ID. Same email ID. Put a email ID, semicolon, put another email ID. That's all. It will take that email. How do we do it in Outlook? Semicolon, semicolon, semicolon. Because that is linking, right? Region and region is linking. If it is many to many, there will be a problem. So that's why it's not. Okay,
This formula once again, so email ID equal to.
go to the manage roles, dynamic roles, and I'll go to the region details, user table, email ID is equal to user principal name. Just type USE, sir, it will come automatically. No need for typing with the full letters. Tax editor போயிட்டீங்களா? We gone to the tax editor.
ரிஷப் பண்ணிட்டேன். பட் உள்ளுக்குள்ள வந்து நான் மேனேஜ் ரோல்ஸ்ல வந்து இங்க எடிட் பண்ணிட்டேன். இதுல கிரைட்டீரியா எடுத்தேன். பட் ஸ்டில் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணதால
Republish it again.
பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருந்தாலும் ஐ ஷுட் நாட் மேக் சேஞ்சஸ்.
Changes, republish it.
ஓகே.
The same name. No problem. Same name publish பண்ணா nothing will happen. இல்லை you are adding an extra row or வேற ஏதாவது ரோலே மாத்துறீங்க
நான் ரோலே மாத்துறேன்.
பண்ணா republish.
ரீபப்ளிஷ் பண்ணுறேன்.
இப்போ adding extra row, refresh it.
ஓகே.
That's no problem.
அதாவது ஒன் மோர் கொடுக்குறேன்னா அது வந்து கொடுத்துட்டு ஐ ஹாவ் டு ரீபப்ளிஷ்.
இல்லை புது அந்த டேபிளில் புது ரோ ஆட் பண்ண போறீங்களான்னு கேட்குறேன். அது ரெஃப்ரெஷ் பண்ண போகும். சேஞ்சிங் இங்கே வந்து மாற்ற போறீங்க ஏதோ. இஃப் யூஆர் ஆடிங் அ டைனமிக் அனதர் ரோல்.
அடுத்து வெஸ்ட் ரீஜனோ வேற ஏதோ ஒன்று போடுறேன் இங்கே. சாரி இங்கே கொடுத்துட்டேன். வியூஎஸ்ல போய் நான் அதையும் இன்னும்
இல்லை சார், அந்த ஒரிஜினல் டேபிளில் போய் ஆட் பண்ண போறீங்களா, அது ரெஃப்ரெஷ் பண்ண போதும். நீங்கள் ஏன்னா ரோலே மாற்ற போறீங்க புதுசாக, ஏன்னா இங்கே ஏதாவது சேஞ்ச் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ரீபப்ளிஷ் பண்ணணும். யூஆர் ஆடிங் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ரோ தேர், நோ ப்ராப்ளம், ரீஃப்ரெஷ் இட். ஓகே. ம். அப்போ ரெண்டா
ஐடியா
Any other things to be clarified? I hope almost all the important concepts we have covered. If you have any questions, queries, doubts, I'll try to